I'm not sure how many of these streams I'm gonna end up doing. Like, this is absolutely unreal. So we've got bacon going, where we've got chicken diced. We have our knife sharpened, and we've gone through at least one shiner. So what we're gonna do now is I'm waiting for this bacon to render down so it can get nice and crispy, so that I can add it to the toppings of my pizza, and then I can fry my chicken in my bacon dripping. So until then, I'm going to do, where is my, I need to start my sauce for the pizza. We're just gonna get a small skillet going. We're gonna get it on a medium to medium-high heat. Taking our coconut milk, we're gonna cut it back. We're gonna open it up and we're going to reduce it. We're gonna reduce it probably by half. So I'm gonna get that going. I'm doing about about a half a cup of the coconut milk. The bacon is done, so we're gonna take a nice little bowl, paper towel, and we're going to pull the bacon into there. Really, really simple. I'm never planning a stream again. Every time I plan, I jack something up. So now we're going to get the pan back on the fire. This is going to smoke really quickly. Take the back of the spatula, throw the sliced chicken into the pan. Put that out. Alright. So we have fajita chicken. It is regular, just pre-marinated fajita chicken, sliced and diced. Diced into about a medium dice, which is about a ½ inch. Tossed with chili flake and fresh garlic. Now we're going to take some olive oil, about a tablespoon and a half, hit it in there. I'm just going to let this cook. Give it a quick toss. And then I'm going to flatten it out in the skillet, and I'm going to leave it alone. Why? Because I want it to get a nice crust. Seriously, not have enough to drink for this. Bacon, done. Set aside. Chicken, stir. Then we don't touch, we leave it alone. Alright, now we get a nice little spoon. We're going to take the back of our spoon, do some red curry paste. Actually, I don't need the back of the spoon, I just need a regular spoon. And I want about 2 good tablespoons of red curry paste. This is Thai Kitchen red curry paste. Thai Kitchen, y'all. And then we have, what is this, Goya? Polar coconut milk. You want the premium coconut milk. You don't want the light, you don't want anything like that, because what you're looking for is pure flavor. You want that fat content to build up because you're reducing it just like you would heavy cream. Except this is non-dairy. So now all I'm doing is I'm just giving the curry paste a good swirl into the coconut milk, and it's just going to reduce. That's all I want it to do. Now I'm going to take a little bit of vindaloo seasoning. Take your seasoning, give it a good, especially if you use it, beat the shit out of it. We're going to take and do a quick teaspoon in there, another teaspoon in the chicken. Black pepper in the sauce, crushed. About 10 to 15 swishes, or swipes, or whatever, I don't know. Just do a lot. Do it too well, you know. If you like black pepper, great. If you don't do it. And then we want a little bit of salt. Not much, because it's going to reduce. I want about ½ a teaspoon. And then just a little bit on the chicken. I don't know, just because. I just like to do that. It's fun. Okay, give it a stir. Make sure you watch it a little bit because you want it to thicken up. You want it more than what's called nappe. Nappe means to coat the back of a spoon. So whenever you're making gravy, you know it's done when you take the spoon, run it through it, and it sticks, it coats the back of it. Chicken. Looking good. Why? Because I have a nice good crust on it. And that means I'm sticking on my pan. Toss the seasoning, turn the heat off. The chicken is almost done. The residual heat from the pan is going to finish cooking the chicken. More beer. Which is, you know, no big thing. Oh yeah, baby, we in here. What up, what up? So, Blaze, you just dropped in. What we've done is we've got our chicken going, we've got bacon done, and we have the curry sauce on the stove reducing down. Those three things are going to be the basis points of our pizza. The basis points of our pizza. So I have my NaaN crust already done. They come pre-packaged. I'm not going to make that shit from scratch. I'm not a baker. Don't even ask me to bake. Get baked, maybe. Bake, not so much. So the chicken, sliced, diced, thrown in a hot skillet, a little bit of vindaloo seasoning, fresh garlic, and chili flake, black pepper. As you can hear, I don't even know if you can hear it, but it's still going. It's still doing its thing. And so that, and the heat's not, oh shit, sorry. It's probably still doing its thing because I put it on like the small burner, high heat. But we're reducing the coconut milk and red curry paste. You want to reduce it till it becomes more than nappe. I'm looking for a really nice, thick sauce to ladle onto my pizza crust. Like I'm looking to make pizza crust. Pizza sauce. Okay. Shake, shake, shake. I don't even know if you can see this. Let's see. Nice, beautiful chicken. All done. Yeah, you can barely see that shit. Whatever. Okay, so while that's doing that, we're going to prep the shoulder roast for tomorrow. So we're going to get our gloves. I'm going to get one of my aluminum pans. I'm going to drink some more beer. Yo, Blaze, go ahead and get the rest of the folks out at the Discord, man. Go get anxiety. She's been like blazing all day saying she's going to stop in and say hi, but she ain't even here, so, you know, that's what's up. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I'm going to do a shoulder roast tomorrow instead of a brisket. I'm doing the shoulder roast because A, it's massively affordable. This cost me less than $10. It's going to taste exactly like a brisket when I smoke it in a little bit of oak. Then yeah, I mean brisket all day, baby. Brisket all freaking day. Thank you, sir. Now, guys like Aaron Franklin are going to tell you, hey, yeah, you know, just do a little bit of salt and black pepper and garlic. It's going to make a great brisket. You know what? Fucking do what you like. So me, we're going to go Southside Market. Southside Market is a local Texas, it's in the top 10 in barbecue joints in the state. So I grabbed their seasoning. I've never used it before. So, what the hell? So all I'm going to do, this looks like a brisket. It's literally a giant hunk of beefy meat. It's got some marbling. It's got some fat rendered in, but it's not falling apart like a chuck roast would. Ooh, we got to double check our sauce. Getting there, so getting there. And the chicken's still slightly cooking. We're not even a nappe yet. We're so close, so close. Okay, so anxiety, what up? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the roast, and I'm just gonna lightly dust this rub all over this sumbitch. just like you would a brisket. And then I'm going to take my left hand and I'm just going to rub the meat. This is very dirty stuff. Don't show this to your children. It is not good unless they're at least 12 or older and their balls have dropped. So, you can't cook brisket unless your balls have dropped. It's a thing. Like, we have this rule in Texas. No ball droppage, no brisket making. Which probably, hello, it's looking good. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sure. Yes, sure. Season up. This is exactly what we're doing. Okay. So we're just layering it. We're going to take a layer of this wonderful barbecue seasoning. Oh my God. My Lady Gaga, I just dumped a shit ton of seasoning. That's okay. It's fine. It's alright. Okay. So I'm done with that seasoning. I'm going to get rid of that glove. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Adam's Low and Slow seasoning. This is a little bit different seasoning, as it's a little bit more salt forward, so I'm going to lightly dust it. We're going to go this direction because I have a glove. And so what I'm doing is I'm layering in flavors. Instead of combining all of my seasonings into one, what I'm doing is by layering, you get a different flavor in each bite. Just like that. Let's double check the sauce. Alright. Turn the heat off on the sauce. Let that cook down while we finish the brisket, or the shoulder roast. So that's done. And then we're going to do a layer of black pepper. Because it's brisket. You've got to have black pepper. So we're just going to coat it as much as we can. Just like this. Flip it. More seasoning. Done. So that's it. There's really nothing to seasoning meat for smoking. Some will say there's a science behind it and they'll inject phosphates and MSG and all this other bullshit. Honestly, put what you like. Don't complicate things. So with this, I put 2 seasonings, one I think I'm going to like and one that I know that I enjoy. And I like black pepper when I'm smoking, especially with hickory or oak. So now this is going to sit as a dry rub overnight. It's not going to be a wet marinade, it's going to be a dry marinade. So a lot of the salt that's in these seasonings is going to pull a lot of the moisture out of the meat so that when it smokes tomorrow and it cooks, that fat's going to render down and infuse the meat with a lot more flavor. So we're just going to throw this in the fridge. And grab another beer while we're in here because Lord knows I love it. Okay. I don't know what happened to that cutting board, so we're just going to flip it over. Alright, here we are. About time to assemble our pizza. Well, first, let that cook now. We need to chop some cilantro. So we're just going to do a quick rough chop on some cilantro. I want about a cup to a half a cup. Just like this. Get rid of the cilantro. When you're cutting cilantro, all you want to do is you want to take everything and you want to roll it up into a ball. Gordon Ramsay who? Gordon Ramsay ain't shit, son. Gordon Ramsay's nothing but a British prick. Alright, actually the dude is actually pretty legit, but he's made his name on being a dick, but he is a 5-star Michelin chef. He's fucking phenomenal. One of my deans at culinary school, he had worked with him, and he was like, he's nothing like he is on TV. And the dude's a big family guy, but all respect paid, he ain't here. So, that's done. The cilantro's done. Now we're going to shred goat cheese. This is a honey goat. Not to be confused with a sweet goat, not to be confused with a black goat, white goat, yellow goat. It's a honey goat. They're new. They're brand new. So all I'm doing is I'm doing a quick and simple shred on this sucker. Normally when I've done this, I buy goat cheese that is really, really sticky and soft. Right. Really, really sticky and soft. And so every time that I do it, it ends up all over my damn hands. And so this time I got something new. Gonna get here, and it's gonna just kind of melt a little bit more evenly. When you're using cheese like that, it ends up being cheese that is a lot like buffalo mozzarella. So when you're using mozzarella pearls or just fresh mozzarella, it only melts in certain spots. This I want to coat because who doesn't like cheese? If you don't, I don't need that kind of negativity in my life, yo. Okay, done. So now I've got cheese rind. I'm gonna take a bite of it for the tasty. Alright, let's tasty. Alright, time to assemble some pizzas, yo. Pizza. Naan bread. So this is naan. Very, very flat. Beautiful. Nothing, life is nothing without cheese, dude. Cheese is like that, and bacon, cheese and bacon. So essentially all I'm going to do is I'm going to spread the pizza sauce just like I normally would, except it's a curry sauce. And then we're just going to layer the ingredients, yo. So, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Goat cheese, coconut milk, reduced down with a little bit of vindaloo seasoning and some coconut curry paste. So nice. Cheese and bacon are life. If they aren't, you need to get out of my life. So we're just gonna kind of dollop this sucker on here, just like this. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Realest recipe in the room. How you doing? I'm the Chef Talking Skywalker. Got a mic stable for ya. That's what's up. All right. So we's going to do just like you would a regular pizza. So you bring the sauce to almost around the edge. That way it gets you a nice good crust. Set it to the side. We're going to take our bacon. We rendered down a bacon a little bit ago, and we've cooked our chicken in the bacon drippings. So I'm just going to crumble bacon over the pizza crust. Just like this. Very, very simple. And now I have more bacon for me to eat. That's crispy and delicious. Get rid of the napkin. Boom. Alright. Now we've got the pizza. The chicken. We're gonna get out some tongs. This shit's hot. You know what? Fuck this shit. You ready? This is gonna be some shit. I'm gonna grab this with my hands. It's hot. I'm gonna burn them. It's okay, because I'm doing this for you guys. So we're just gonna take it. Alright, it's not that bad. Alright, it's kind of bad. So it's hot. We're just gonna put it on the pizza. Sparingly. Really hot. Super hot. Don't do this at home, geniuses. Alright, so we're using the fingertips. Just like this. Don't touch the pan. Ow, that's really hot. Ow, double hot. Ow! Okay. Put it over here. A little bit over there. Spread it out just like you would pepperoni or chicken on a normal pizza. There ain't nothing different. This is just a regular pepperoni pizza done Indian style. And I love some curry. I love me some curry. Massaman, green, red, all kinds of flavors. Indian curry, Thai curry, they're beautiful. I love the freshness of the cilantro, the creaminess of the coconut, and the sweetness. I'm Texifying this up by using bacon and pecans. Okay. Now, we're going to hit it with some shredded carrot. A little bit of shredded carrots. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to hit it with the pecans. Gets a nice little crunch, a little bit of smokiness, as the pecans will roast. And it just tastes good. And then we're going to go with the cheese. And be, generous with the cheese. It is okay. Cheese is life, like Anxiety said. Cheese and bacon. Then we're not going to put the cilantro on it just yet. I'm going to put the cilantro on at the end when it comes out. Mainly because I want the freshness of it. I don't want it to cook. When it cooks, it does darken, and that's cool. It's great. You're still going to taste like cilantro. But it's not there. When you're really cooking, you're really cooking. It's all about flavors. It's levels. So that just went into a 405-degree oven, by the way. It's all about levels. Okay. So we're gonna get rid of this cilantro because we're about to do this chicken. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of the cilantro. Set it to the side. And we're gonna do a chicken. So we're about to. Okay, let me finish what I was saying. Cooking, it's an extension of yourself. It is something that you enjoy, something that everybody enjoys. It's not just burnt toast. It's not just ramen. It's not just, blue box mac and cheese. Now looking, they will be missed. Okay, buying anxiety. See you later. Thanks for the tab, though. I gotta run and grab my grocery. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. I do this all the time. So, essentially, we're talking about flavors. We're talking about layers. We're talking about just enjoying your bites. So when you're doing this, when you're making food, think about it. Think about freshness. Think about salt. Think about acid. Think about spicy. Think about spicy. Just freaking think about it. It's not that complicated. Just think. So with this, I've got spicy, salty, creamy, all these things going on, but I don't have fresh. If I throw the cilantro on before, I eliminate the fresh. When I throw it on at the end and you bite into it, it changes everything. So that's why I'm not putting the cilantro on right now. So, moving forward, we're about to do our turkey prep. Okay, this is going to be super fun. I have a little roasting chicken that we are going to cut up. Well, we're actually not going to cut it up. We're going to mix up first a little bit of... We're going to prep our stuffing ingredients. Not stuffing and dressing, but things that we're going to stuff into the turkey, as well as we're going to prep our compound butter. So we're going to take the chicken, or the baby turkey, I'm going to take it out of its packaging. So cut your bird out of it. Remove everything, get all the juices out, let it drain. Put that in there. Go through the cavity. You want to pull anything that's in there out. With chickens, it tends to be the gizzards. With turkey, it tends to be the necks and stuff. And that's what you want to do for the gravy. So we're just going to drain this son of a bitch. And then we're going to set it aside. Boom. I'm going to change our gloves real quick. Honestly, it's just a habit I have. Throw another pair of gloves on. Throw some more drinkage. But a key to a good turkey is the compound butter. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a little bit of sliced onion. We are going to make a butter mixture of fresh unsalted butter, not salted butter, fresh unsalted butter, fresh garlic, or minced in a jar, which is fine. We're going to do bacon drippings and crushed chili flake. It's going to be ridiculous. And then I'm going to smoke this son of a bitch tomorrow. It's going to be good. So good. I'm going to smoke it with that shoulder roast I just prepped. So, all right. We're going to start with... Oh, there's my knife. Let's get this sucker cleaned off real quick. Like, where did that son of a bitch go? So this is a fancy knife. A buddy of mine named Jeffrey, he gave this to me. This is like a shun. It's a Japanese style knife, Damascus steel. And so it's really good because the hilt runs all the way through the knife. So it ain't gonna break. All right, so we're gonna cut our lemon in half. We're gonna take the juice, set our butter aside. So I have a bowl with softened bacon drippings. You don't want liquid. You always want, pardon me, you always want softened. So we're gonna take and we're gonna do just 1/2 of lemon into the jar, into the bowl. And then I'm gonna keep the other half of the lemon. I'm gonna keep both halves actually. And then we're gonna set that aside. Now we're gonna take our onion. When you're cutting an onion, cut the non-root side first. Then take that apart, set it on its flat side, cut it down the middle. So what that ends up doing is it gives you a handle. Everybody loves a handle. So it gives you a handle. So then we're gonna peel back the skin. The first layer, it doesn't really matter how many layers you go into as long as you don't go too many. Sometimes it requires you to go through at least a small portion of it, a small good portion of it. So what I want to do is, because I'm smoking this bird, I actually want some bites of onion underneath the skin and on top of the bird. Burr, I have no idea who you are, you rabbit, but you know, that's what's up. So we're gonna throw just a small dice on it. When you're doing onions, you want to take your knife, go horizontally. I'm only going to go about 1 inch to 1/2 of an inch. And then I go about 1/8 of an inch up every single time. And I'm just doing a quick slice. Then I'm going to go vertical. Sorry, I had to burp. Dude, I had to burp too. There's a lot of beer. And then I'm going to go vertical. And you can see where there are lines running across the onion. And so you're just going to hit each line really, really quickly. And you're just going to go across just like you would the same depth that you went horizontally. Then you turn the onion and you go and do it again. Get your knucks back. Slice, 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 slice. It just gets a quick little mince. So now I'm going to take some of this and I'm going to add it to my butter mixture that we're about to hit up. And the rest we're going to save and we're going to throw into the cavity of the bird. I'm also going to take the rest of the onion and I'm just going to cut into chunks. So we're just going to cut it into quarter pieces. So do like that. And then like that. And so you got a bunch of pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our bird and we're going to just stuff that son bitch with this onion. There we go. Get him all up in there. Just like this. Boom. Get the onion dust, throw that in there. We're going to take the lemon, throw the lemon in there. Other side of the lemon, get that in there. That's going to pump him up. Then we set that bird back in there. And I want to say I am done with my cutting board. Get rid of it. Don't need a lot of that. Get rid of the nifka. All right, so now let's make our butter. Still having my gloves on and quarters and stuff with something. See, exactly. See, this guy knows what's up. Sage. So normally I would use sage, but Tina eats your food. Hey, what up, Julie? Okay, so normally I would use sage, but because I'm smoking the bird, I'm not. I'm going to go with more of a bacony black pepper style. So I'm going to take a stick of butter that has been softened already with up to a 1/4 cup of softened bacon grease, a 1/4 cup of minced onion. We're going to get all that mixed up. And then I'm just use my hands and I'm just going to get all squishy, squishy. Squishy, squishy, squishy. We're just going to incorporate all of this together, making what's called a compound butter. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Clean off my hands. Now we're going to season the butter, and I'm going to use a spoon because it's way easier. Okay, get rid of the gloves. What do I have? I got the curry spoon. Clean that off with a fork or a napkin. Clean that off with a fork. What the flying fuckery is that shit? Alright, I don't need the sauce. Let's double check on our pizza. It is almost done. I want to say about 2 to 3 minutes. So let's knock out the compound butter so that our pizzas can rest. Chili flake. I want solid teaspoon. Boom, done. Black pepper. Boom, boom, boom. This is the biggest freaking jar of garlic I've ever seen. It is the biggest freaking jar of garlic I have ever seen. Breadcrumbs. What are you doing with breadcrumbs, E-Rabbit? Are you putting that on your turkey? So we want about a 2 to 3 to 4 teaspoons of black pepper. And actually, because I'm smoking this Songong, this S-O-double-B, I'm going to throw in some barbecue spices. I'm going to throw in a good tablespoon of this Southside mix. What else I got? That's it. Oh, sriracha. Why? Because I put sriracha on everything, motherfuckers. So, I want about a tablespoon of sriracha. I'm going to put some more sriracha on there. Don't you worry about that. I can't look. Of course you can't look. Fool, use your glasses. Of course garlic is life. Okay, we're going to mix this up. Get it nice and Southside. Nice and incorporated. Incorporated. Let's say incorporated. Keep them vegetated. No. Keep them educated. I don't know what the fuck. There's a song with that, and I can't think of what it is. Julie, what is it? Are you still watching? Not sure who it's by. Anyway, so we made our compound butter. Compound butter, combination of sriracha, chili flake, bacon grease, black pepper, fresh garlic. I didn't add any garlic. This is how you add garlic, folks. Boom, just like that. Hang on. Woohoo! That's what's up. And mainly because like Blaze Kush said, garlic is life. Keep them separated. Thank you, Offspring. I knew there was like a thing with that. And so we're just gonna mix this back up. Mix it. We're little mixers over here. So we're going to use our spatula. Swirl it up. The garlic juice actually like separated this butter somehow. So I'm going to try and bring it back together. It made it break. I don't know how it made it break, but it did. If anybody knows or doesn't know what it means to break something, it's just like it means in normal, regular time, or regular things. When something breaks, it shatters, right? It moves into a bunch of pieces. So this butter is broken. Why? Because some of the acid from the minced garlic separated the butter. So it ended up shattering like a mirror, shattering like a vase, something that breaks, a plate, when you get all crazy and you go, and it goes, everywhere. So we're just going to move our chicken over, and we're actually going to take our pizzas out the oven to let them rest. Boom! These some bitches get some cilantro. Bam! Bam, bam, double bam. More cilantro. Everybody loves cilantro. A little bit of cilantro on there. And then we shake up sriracha. Give it a little twist. Open it up. Looky, looky, I've got hooky. And we just do a light drizzle. Just like that. Boom, can you see it? Let's see. Wait for the lag. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's what I'm saying, y'all. This is going to be delicious. Okay, wife. The pizza is ready. It's really hot, though. Miranda.
Eggs.
Food's ready. Okay. So, now comes the fun part. Now comes prepping the turkey. So we've already stuffed the cavity with onion and lemon. What I would do next is I would add, I'm going to add fresh garlic. And I'm going to add, and if it was a regular turkey and it's going into the oven, I would add some bay leaf. You could add fresh garlic.
Hi, Chloe.
Chloe says, hello, wife. Hi, Chloe. Casual playthrough. Of course it's casual playthrough. It's a casual show. Me and I'm watching you in the same room on 2 different phones. Y'all are funny. You got oil on oil. Yeah, see? Look at that. Oil on oil. He knows what's up. I like fresh. Fresh and so clean. Okay. Need more beer. Okay. So, we're going to take some fresh garlic. 2 fingers. 2 fingers of garlic. And we're going to put it in the cavity of the chicken. Get that aside. I don't want a whole lot of cross-contamination. That's kind of gross. So here comes the fun part. Save some for the bird. I know I'm going to save some for the bird, but it's already in the butter. Oh, and we may add more. So the trick to getting a really good roasted turkey or roast chicken is to break the skin. So what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of take your fingers and you're just going to kind of run them underneath the skin.
They said
You're going to break the membrane between the skin and the breast. I feel like I should cover my eyes for this part. You should, because it's very naughty, very naughty. It's PG-14 or PG-17. So all I'm doing is I'm just kind of running my fingers between the skin and the meat, and it's gonna break up. So I'm doing it between the legs, and I'm doing it from the thighs and along the breast, because honestly, and you know, you can be a little bit rough. It doesn't necessarily matter too much. You're not gonna necessarily ruin it. Well, you might ruin it, but try not to. And if it does, just pull the skin back. It's got some give. Just, you know, be gentle. Be gentle. It's skin and meat. I mean, come on. Think about it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our butter and we're going to turn it into a ball. And I'm going to take that ball and I'm going to put it underneath the skin of the turkey, of the chicken, of the whatever. Now, because there's a giant ball right here, as long as you're not going to spank it. Well, what if you happen to? You gotta spank the bird at least once or 2 times. Okay. So we have this giant ball of butter inside this bird. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands and we're going to spread this butter all the way around this side of the breast. And as we're going to take it and put it into the leg. And that's all we're going to do. Then we're going to do it again. Other side. Lift it up. Squoosh it in. And you would think, oh man, cooking and flavoring a turkey is complicated. No, dude, I stole this from Gordon Ramsay. Like, I know what I'm doing. Now, the ball part, is so, like, mind-blowing to me. Because I'm like, oh man, why didn't I think of that? Because if you try to just run butter over the skin underneath it, it doesn't actually coat it. So you want to just kind of spread it out. So now what you're going to do is you're going to remove your gloves and we're going to pat this bird dry. Gordon Ramsay is my dad. I bet he is your dad. I bet you call him Daddy Rabbit. So we're going to pat the bird dry. So that way the butter doesn't just like leak off. You don't want that to happen. We're going to kind of pick her up. Get that backside nice and dry. So wipe the bird. Wipe her good. There we go. Boom. Get that sucker nice and dry. Then we're going to take the rest of the butter, and we're going to just spread it all on this sucker. Just get it. Get it. Flip it. And then more butter. Massage the butter into the bird. It's going to make a lot of noises that you're uncomfortable with. And that's okay. You're going to take the rest of it. You're just going to pour it on top. Maybe stuff it in the cavity. It's okay. Let me get rid of this bowl. Did you need a plate? Plate?
Yes.
Wife is getting a plate. Say hi. Wave to the camera. Hello. Camera says hi, wife. And then we're going to put some of the stuff, because when I moved the bird, it just kind of got away from me. Some of the stuffing got away from me. So I'm going to do a quick wash of my hands. So what you want to do, honestly, what I would have done is, if this was my bird and not just a traditional bird, I would take the butter, melt it with chicken broth, and I would inject it. So we're not looking at injecting the bird. This is a very, very 1, 2, 3 step on how to do a basic roasted bird. No matter what it is, whether it's a pheasant, whether it's a game hen, whether it is, remind me to season that game hen that we have in here left, whether it's a turkey or whether it's a chicken. They're all the same thing. They're just different sizes. It's just like, dude, we're all the same thing. We're just different sizes. So, you know, do what you gotta do. So, I'm gonna turn our oven off because we're just prepping. This is almost ready to go. So, I'm going to take black pepper, coat the outside as much as I can. And we're gonna do the same thing that we did with the shoulder roast. It's just a level of layering. So, black pepper. We'll put on another, and then we're gonna do barbecue rub because I'm smoking it. Otherwise, if it was just regular, I would do salt, pepper, garlic powder, and that's it. You can do sage, you can do poultry seasoning. Poultry seasoning is nothing but sage, garlic powder, onion anyway. So yeah, do that. So then we're gonna turn this sucker over again. That away. We can season the other side of the bird. All right, flip it up. So I broke the skin, so I can't tie my legs. Otherwise, normally I would take the skin and I would make a little knot and I would tie the legs back. But what I can do is I can break the wings, tuck them under, break the wing. Discord. What's Discord? Did you just join my Discord? I have no idea what you're talking about. Princess Sonia. Hey, what's up, Princess? I tie the skin over the feet. And that's exactly what I would do. Is I would tie the skin over the feet. But I broke it because I was being not very nice with it. Question. Not for turkey, but for chicken. Always better to get it with the skin on so you can put butter underneath the skin to keep it moist. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what we're doing. Where to link? It's on my About page. Or About links. I think there's like a Discord looking thingamajigger. There's like 3 people in there, and I have no idea what they're doing in there. But they're not talking to me. So we need to, everyone join my Discord, yo. So everyone that's on here is like a Discord I'm on. But it's cool. So, we're going to do a little bit more barbecue seasoning. E-Rabbit, he knows what's up, man. He's got a little bit of cooking things down. And this is done. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to prepping and working with a turkey. People just overcomplicate it because it's Thanksgiving and they want to get it right. So essentially all you've got to do is stuff the SOB with a bunch of things. Garlic, onion, bay leaf. It doesn't matter. It would matter more on what it is you're doing. and how you're going to do it. So for me, I'm smoking the bird. So I'm really good at cooking salads. Dude, salads being cooked, you got the potatoes. No, because I'm smoking the bird. I'm not roasting it. If I was roasting it, I would set it on a bed of potatoes, carrots, and onion, and celery, which is a mirepoix. It's the basic trinity of food. It's onion, celery, carrot. And when you add potatoes, because it's potatoes. But essentially, I didn't add the potatoes because I'm smoking the bird. So I'm going to let the bird soak, do a dry marinade on the top, and then that's really kind of it. Normally, boneless what? Making a turkey breast tomorrow, what's the best way? Okay, so take chicken broth and butter, melt it together, and inject the bird. And you can use non-dairy butter. Never use celery. Parsnip. Parsnips has way more flavor than celery. I would 100% do parsnip over celery. Celery just, it's sweet and it's fresh, but parsnips, and that's where it's at. One less pizza. I know she ate that song. She ate it. My turn. Hot. So yes, if I was doing, actually, if I was gonna do it, chicken breast, I would melt chicken broth with butter, and I would soak in, and I would let it, and I would inject it, and that's it. And then I would inject it, and then I would put it in the fridge for another 30 to 45 minutes.